who are based in the EU, then you are subject to GDPR. Is that correct?
That's what I said.
Oh, that's what you said. Oh, sorry. Okay.
That's what I said.
That's what Sunday said. I think,
Okay.
I think the Kivuva's question possibly intends to, I think Sunday is saying that in Nigeria, certainly, if I'm a European registrant, I register a .ng domain, NIRA will make sure. NIRA will make sure that my data is not
protected.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood.
But I think what people are saying, many people, certainly in the human rights, digital rights community in Africa, are saying, why should only European citizens
be
granted that protection?
I can answer that. The reason is simple. As I said, we have challenges we cope with. So somebody is squatting on your domain. You want to know who. You want to reach out to them. You want to do something. You want to sue them. You need to know who to sue. Yeah. So if I hide it, you don't know. Where do you start? You go to the courts.
Yes, you follow due process to request that information.
I am coming. So you go to the courts. You swear an affidavit compelling order of mandamus that they release, and a judge just sits on it and does nothing. And then you begin to shout, our judges are corrupt. What's happening? Let's face it, we have local conditions and we must deal with it. So hiding who is right now for us will do more harm.
Thank you, sir. I believe Ines has a comment in relation to that.
I don't want us to turn it into an argument. If you want to make a change, join NIRA and force the change in NIRA.
Or join ICANN.
And there are business reasons for this. We can
give
you the business.
So the second one.
Sorry, sir. Ines, did you want to comment to that or was something else?
No, I wanted to answer our colleague from Cameroon, but go ahead.
Okay,
to finish your answer.
Okay.
The second one is how to become a NIRA member. Just to go to the website. You see, join us, how to become a member. Website www.nira.org.ng. Takes you through the process. If you start the application from this room, I'll sign for you as one of the sponsors because you need 2 sponsors. So if you can print it out before I leave this room, I'll initial the first sponsor for you. Great. I can see another person in a bright black hat there. I'm sure he would be willing to be one of your sponsors too. Then Buki asked about success stories of multi-stakeholder organizations. I always say with pride that NIRA is one. Why? Because .ng, like most other CCTLDs, was delegated by ICANN to NITDA, the Nigerian IT Development Agency. And NITDA, in turn, delegated the management of .ng to NIRA, which is a multi-stakeholder organization formed by everybody in Nigeria who has an interest. And it's a bottom-up, well-run, well-managed organization that takes everybody's interest into consideration. And we have succeeded with it, and you can be proud of it as one of the success stories of the multi-stakeholder organization. Which goes to the last question the gentleman asked, that why are people not using the African CCTLDs? Why do they prefer the top-level domains of permit me to use the word, take it more as a joke than an insult? I'll use the word the colonialists. The answer is very simple. 2 things. Number 1, costs. Sometimes we want things, we don't want to pay for it. The second one, snob appeal. I want to be able to say, I am global. That's why I am using a .com. But using a .ng does not make you less global. So you can go to Maiduguri with a Lagos car number. It doesn't make you non-Nigerian. There is no Nigerian number. A Lagos number will drive in any part of Nigeria. I'll give others the opportunity.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much, Reverend Ines.
Thank you very much. I'm going to answer our colleague from Cameroon. Concernant les noms de domaine, pourquoi est-ce qu'on n'utilise pas les noms de domaine africains? En effet, en Tunisie, par exemple, I'm waiting for... En effet, en Tunisie, par exemple, on a essayé de faire ce qu'on appelle des initiatives de outreach, de publicité, pour inciter les gens à utiliser .tn ou bien .tunis, which is in Arabic, qui est en arabe. En fait,
yes, you say you're not using your mic.
The interpreter is not following.
Yes.
Okay.
Or slow down. Slow down.
Okay. Concernant les noms de domaine africains, et pour votre question, pourquoi est-ce qu'on ne les utilise pas? En Tunisie, par exemple, nous avons essayé d'encourager les gens et les initier à utiliser le nom de domaine .tn ou bien .tunis qui est en arabe. D'accord? Mais ceci vraiment requiert ou demande des initiatives de outreach et des initiatives de publicité et aussi de facilitation du processus pour avoir les noms de domaine, par exemple, locaux. Aussi, mon collègue a parlé des costs ou bien du coût des noms de domaine. C'est pour ça, on doit travailler sur la publicité, pour demander aux gens, de montrer aux gens l'importance d'avoir un nom de domaine local. Et aussi, on doit travailler sur les coûts. Une fois, j'avais rencontré un ministre dans un pays africain et j'avais demandé son email et j'étais vraiment surprise de voir que son email était sur gmail.com. Quand même, c'est un ministre. C'est vraiment très surprenant. Donc, on a besoin de travailler encore plus sur les noms de domaines locaux et surtout sur le contenu local. Local content. Merci.
Thank you so much, and our time is up. I know we still have questions, but I would ask.
I'd like to make an observation as
Yes. Yeah. So I'll just let each speaker just have a few seconds just to round up, and then after that you can approach them, I guess, at the back of the room or at the end.
All right, so to round up, I'll also be answering Buki's question. In 2015, some African businesses came up with an issue. ICANN had a registry fee of about $500,000 for you to become a registrar. And because it was an issue for those of us from this side of the world, in the US, maybe raising in $500,000 might not be a problem. There was a lot of noise, this needs to be waived. And so we started the talk, and sometime in 2000, after about a year, it doesn't take, it's not so fast, but after about a year, reacting to public comments and all that, I also participated in that process, and we got ICANN to waive the fee of $500,000. By the time we converted it at the dollar rate, then the dollar rate then was 180 naira to a dollar. You can imagine what a $500,000 US fee, insurance fee, will amount to today. But eventually, because there was a lot of talk on the mailing list, they opened the process, and we participated and said it had to be waived. It was done. And so that clause was removed. So when it comes to participating, why should you participate in ICANN? Participate in ICANN because the policies that are implemented at that level has a global outreach. It has a global scale, it has a global impact. Whatever it is that you're joining the debate into is not just something that can affect Nigeria or Africa, but the rest of the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Lawrence. And yes?
Thank you very much. Just to make it very short, long story short, I would like to encourage you to join ICANN, but not only ICANN. Any organization that you trust is working on the issues that affect you on your daily life and related to the internet. But why should you join ICANN? Because you will move from the status of just an end user, someone who is using the internet for Facebook, for Google, for research, etc., to someone who is actually having a say and an opinion and is acting on what is happening in the internet globally. That's it.
Thank you so much, Reverend.
Okay, I hope people know it. It's not us that stood between them and lunch. The session before us ran so many more minutes beyond. So, but let me encourage us to participate by starting.
Yes.
When you start, vistas open, doors open. That would be easier for you to do more. But the first thing is to participate. And the easiest way to participate is to volunteer. Volunteers never run out of opportunities to participate.
Yes. Thank you so much, Reverend.
It's true, but volunteers also often don't have the time and resources to have influence. And I agree with Sunday completely. I think participate. I agree with everyone, participate. I think to Avisa's question about trust and national CCTLDs, trust is an issue. And I think that's also why you should participate at the national level and at the global level. It is important. If you're an activist, if you're an LGBTI group, are you going to feel comfortable registering your domain at a country code that's not going to protect your privacy? So trust does become an issue. Human rights are an issue in domain names, and I think that's why we need people like you to participate. But ultimately, I think the most important thing about ICANN for me is that you can influence. It's not easy. But it's different from a national policy process where you can participate publicly. If you're lucky enough for a government that opens policy for public input, you can comment. In ICANN, it's not just about commenting, it's about being a policy maker and an actor in that policy maker process. It's not easy, but you can do it.
Thank you, Henriette. Caleb.
Yes, start with volunteerism, like they say. And I hope and look forward to welcoming those of you into the fellowship family as well. I think that's my wrap-up.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you very much, my wonderful speakers. Thank you for your attention and your questions. And we're looking forward to having you in ICANN and NERA and ISOC. Thank you.